and nobody touched each other.
CARDI.
They're wigs. You invading my privacy. You're as big. Right in my face, like on my chest.
For uncoordinated, just cutting your face with a fingernail.
Mark here.
Affiliation at this time with a gang.
This week, Cardi B has been in court, and it's the most unserious thing I've ever seen.
Yesterday you had black hair, short hair. Today it's blonde and long. Which one is your real hair? Or are they both real?
Why are we asking Cardi B about her wigs?
They're wigs.
It's a good week today then.
It's a good wig today then. What about yesterday's wig? And we're going to talk about yesterday's wig, but I want to talk to you guys about why Cardi B is in court. This whole thing has felt so unserious because there have been so many funny moments within the trial.
I'm thinking to myself, like, this girl's big.
But there is a woman named Imani Ellis who is suing Cardi B for $25,000 on top of emotional distress, punitive damages, and medical expenses. If you guys are completely unaware of this case, let me take you guys back to 2018. Because Cardi B was pregnant with her first child and she went into a OBGYN in Beverly Hills, a doctor to go and check on her well-being. But in this doctor's office, she had an interaction with a security guard named Imani. Now, this lawsuit was actually filed in 2020, and Imani claims that Cardi B physically attacked her, cut her face with her fingernails, and spit on her. Keep in mind that all of this is going down at the doctor's office. This person on Reddit wrote, for more context, Cardi B was newly pregnant and attending an OBGYN appointment in 2018. The security guard allegedly spotted her and became excited because it's Cardi B. At this point, the security guard pulled out her phone and Cardi B became upset because she hadn't announced her pregnancy and we're in a doctor's office, so you should act professional. And then things got violent, which is why we're before a judge today. But Cardi is maintaining her innocence. She's not going to allow this security guard to go and make bank off of her. What Cardi is claiming is that she never got physical with this woman.
This case is a shakedown for money.
Absolutely.
CARDI. Was she recording you without your knowledge?
Yes. And nobody touched each other.
CARDI. You did, so you didn't touch her?
Never.
She says that you scratched her. You didn't scratch her or touch her?
I didn't even put my hands on her.
We're thinking, obviously, a rep in a bunch you don't know how to do it.
Imani claims that she was just excited when she saw Cardi. She said, wow, that's Cardi B. And she's pregnant. Cardi then allegedly got in her face, accusing her of using her phone, trying to record her and share news of this medical visit. Imani claims after Cardi heard me say her name, she turned around and the first thing out of her mouth was, excuse my language, but why the F are you telling people that you had seen me? Which Cardi B was really good at keeping her first pregnancy under wraps, so I could understand why she feels the pressure to make sure this news stays private.
And she's like getting closer and closer. Like now she's like in front of me where I can't even like really maneuver. And I'm like, ain't you supposed to be security? Like you grouped out, you recording me. Now you following me. Like back up. And she's like, I can do what I want. It's like, no, you can. Like you can't do what you want. And that's when we started arguing.
And what did you say?
I was like, you can't do what you want. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's like you invading my privacy, and now we're like chest to chest practically. So I keep telling her like, you need to back up. And I'm thinking to myself like, this girl's big.
Not the big comment, but I mean, we should be acting professional. We're at a doctor's office in Beverly Hills. Yes, celebrities do live here, but watch Cardi B like cracking up on the stand talking about this woman's size.
She's big. She got big black boots on. And I'm like, damn.
She's speechless.
What the hell am I gonna do now? She right in my face, like on my chest, and we're arguing. And I keep telling her to back up, but she's not backing up. And we arguing, cursing at each other. I did call her the B word. I did call her a bitch. Like, bitch, get out of my face. I did say, bitch, get the fuck out of my face. You're in my face. You're screaming in my face. We're like literally screaming at each other. And she kept telling me, like, you're gonna leave my building. I'm not leaving. Like, how you harassing me? I'm not leaving. And you telling me, how you telling me to leave? I came to see a doctor. You following me. You're recording me. I'm just trying check my cat.
Not her cat. She's just trying to make sure her cookie's good.
You were recording me. And we're arguing. That's when the receptionist came out. She started wilding out like, this bitch hit me. And I'm like, I did not hit him. I'm like, girl, I can't even hit you if I want to. You're bigger than me and you're pregnant. And she just started wilding out like, this bitch hit me. Then the doctor came out and he was like, go to my office. And after that, I just walk away. And that's just that.
Are you aware in the city of Beverly Hills, if a security guard tells you to leave the building, which they are security of, you would be required to do that? Do you agree with that?
Objection to relevance.
A security not supposed to.
You don't need to.
As you guys could tell from that testimony, there's a little bit of body shaming there. Imani claims that Cardi B used berating language and body shamed her, then spit on her, which I think that Cardi B just speaks like that when in her day-to-day. I don't know if she's necessarily berating you, but Imani said, quote, she was like, F you, fat ASS, I'm going to beat your ASS. I'm going to get you fired. That's why you do security. And she was sticking out her tongue and flailing her arms up and down. I could actually imagine Cardi B doing all of that. But Imani claims that things got physical to the point where she was cut on her face with Cardi B's nail. She claims it was traumatizing and she had to go under some plastic surgery to fix the mark on her face. Now I want to take you guys back to day one of trial because Cardi B was there in her short little wig and they spoke about what the crime was in detail. And honestly, when she's hearing this, like sitting there with her lawyer, it almost feels like she's hearing it for the first time.
150 pounds, wearing black military boots, hovering over Cardi, yelling and screaming at her and taking swings at her, trying to get to her beyond the person who was trying to intervene, trying to calm things down.
Cardi's hair with the shoulder pads is just so, again, unserious. That's the theme of this entire trial.
Now, I don't take any pleasure in saying this, but there will be evidence that it was plaintiff who yelled, I will fuck your shit up. That's when someone intervened and dragged plaintiff to an elevator and said, you have to leave. You have to leave. You will hear Cardi's testimony that she both feared for her unborn baby, this was her first pregnancy, and a very large woman was advancing towards her, and she was utterly...
How big is this woman? The way they're describing her, it sounds like she should be on 600-pound life.
...confused that a security guard would be her attacker. Importantly, plaintiff has repeatedly changed her story over the last 7 years.
That is one big problem in court. Imani keeps changing her story. And of course, Cardi B has the best lawyers in the game. So they're making her seem like she kind of over-exaggerated. The fact that Cardi B was in fear for her unborn baby does make her seem like she's more of a victim here. But that quote, this is her first pregnancy and a very large woman was advancing towards her, is a quote I would never be able to forget about. I am so sorry, Imani, and all the big girls out there. Why does it seem like we're like low-key like fat shaming in this court hearing? Because big is beautiful. I guess like in this setting, it's maybe a little bit scary when you are being attacked by someone. This comment reads, let me guess, Imani has massive pain, suffering, and anxiety that only 7 figures can treat. And maybe this is a cash grab for the security guard, but maybe at the same time, she was traumatized by Cardi B. I mean, I wouldn't want to try to square up with her.
You will hear evidence that under oath, she stated in what is called discovery, Cardi beat her about the head and body. Under oath, she said that. You will hear evidence that she stated, plaintiff stated, Cardi scratched plaintiff's nose. You will hear evidence that the story then changed, that Cardi instead scratched plaintiff's cheek, and you will hear evidence that plaintiff also said Cardi never touched her. That is the evidence that you will hear. And to put it mildly, we expect you will the evidence will establish that plaintiff is not telling the truth. Now, there's been this allegation that that Cardi got plaintiff fired. But we expect...
Objection, Your Honor. We'll discuss this issue.
Sustainer claims was withdrawn.
I apologize.
The claim was withdrawn.
Now, the comments on these videos are too funny. One person is actually quoting Cardi's new album, "Am I the Drama?" Her court wigs be cracking me up, sitting there like it's all new news to her. I mean, it really did seem like she was paying attention so closely, like a new Netflix show. Who told her that this wig made her look less guilty? I mean, it is funny that she's working up the fashions for her trial. She's watching like she's part of the jury, not the one who's being accused. Somebody said the Egger bowl cut is sending me. But we've been talking about the security guard so much in this video, I thought it'd be time for us to go and hear her perspective.
Did Miss Cardi B, after this incident, post different things about you to her fans?
She did.
And how many different instances?
Probably about 2.
And did you do the same thing back to her?
Never.
Do you still want to become a police officer?
No.
And why is that?
I was deeply traumatized about what happened.
Wait, it's pretty interesting that she's a security guard, yet this is what caused her to be traumatized? Maybe she shouldn't be worried about protecting other people.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your trauma that you suffered from this incident?
Yes. I deal with anxiety, deal with depression. I have post-traumatic stress. I have a scar on my face. I deal with insomnia. Things like that.
Why would she be dealing, like, does she think that Cardi B is going to come and find her at night? I don't think Cardi's coming after her like this. Well, maybe after this court trial.
Aside from calling you the N-word, spitting at you, taking a swing at you, cutting your face with her fingernails, is there anything else that she did on February 24, 2018 to you?
I mean, the whole incident was super traumatizing for me. She did a lot that day.
Did she ever apologize for what you did?
Never.
Would you want her to apologize?
Of course.
Why is she wearing like a referee shirt here? This comment reads, nah, she's trying to get that bag. Another person says she deals with anxiety, depression, etc. Then why is she a security guard? Good question, but maybe she's so traumatized after this incident with Cardi B that she's a completely different person. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about these injuries because they were brought up in court.
Because the middle finger being longest, it grips the skin first, so it's the highest. The central scar is the highest. And the fact that they're parallel is highly suggestive of a fingernail injury.
Is that to a degree of medical certainty?
Yes.
And what does it mean for the jury, if you could explain, what does medical certainty mean when an expert makes that type of
51% or more. It's the most likely explanation. There are other explanations, but this is the most likely explanation.
And in order to formulate your opinion, you reviewed medical records, correct?
Well, I did, but that wasn't as important as the physical.
No, of course. I was going to go through a laundry list of what we did, but why don't you just tell me, what did you do to formulate your expert opinion?
The number one thing I did was examine the patient. There's the main scar here, and this entire area here.
Wait, this is the scar? I have like pimples that leave worse scars than that.
Shows differences in the skin, sort of a general area that's very different.
I don't know about you guys, like I'm pausing and I'm zooming in.
Different from the rest of the skin. And there's a little linear mark here, and there's another one over here. So those are the three marks that I was talking about. This is the main scar down the center, and this is another mark to the side. Here's another mark on this side. So those are the scars, and this is the whole area that's...
Are we all like looking at, like I just see a white spot where it looks like she's got a little highlight. Like are we all, comment below guys, I'm sure you guys see something I don't.
Affected. So it has a little bit different, the pores are of different size, and they're a little washed out and a little, they've lost some of the normal undulations of skin, which are called reedy pegs. But that happens often with scar.
Like I said, I literally have pimples that have left me with bigger scars than that. But Cardi B was put onto the stand, and the questions she was asked were so ridiculous. That's what inspired me to make this video. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Yesterday you had black hair, short hair. Today it's blonde and long. Which one is your real hair? Or are they both real?
They're wigs.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know that. It's a good week today then.
I wonder, did he not like the little like bowl cut wig? Is that why he said this one's a good one?
Do you have any affiliation at this time with a gang?
Objection, Your Honor. Motion relating that violates the order.
Your fingernails, can you show them to us for all of us to see? How long are those fingernails? Just your best estimate. I don't want you to take a ruler to it, but if you were to give your estimate, is that half an inch, 1 inch, 2
I
inch?
think it has to be less than an inch.
And-
Way less than an inch.
Like, is Cardi B on trial right now for being beautiful?
Can you show them to us again? All right. Are they pointy?
These are not, to me, are not pointy. They're like circle, oval,
Okay. Are those your real nails or are they fake nails?
fake nails.
If I wanted you to change them to 3-inch nails, how long would it take for you to do that right now?
Well, it really depends. Like these are like glued on, so they will be a little bit quicker. Sometimes I do acrylic, which could last me on for 2 weeks. I will literally have to take like 2 hours to melt them off if they're acrylically on.
If they are acrylically on, which I know the reason why we're talking about her nails is because of the injury, but it's so funny. If you aren't subscribed to the Let's Get Into It podcast, then you're only getting half the tea. For longer videos, deep dives, and of course, more of me, subscribe to the Let's Get Into It podcast listed in the description below. People were quoting her like, they're wigs. Lawyer, do you wear wigs? Have you worn wigs? Will you wear wigs? When will you wear wigs? Another person said, is she on trial for being a baddie? Because what are these questions? Somebody asked, who are they? The fashion police? Another person quoted, relevance, Your Honor. How are these questions even relevant? Now, some people are saying that the security guard is wrong because of HIPAA and violations like that, but because the security guard works as security and not a doctor, I don't know if HIPAA applies to security guards. I think it's just medical professionals. But either way, it is going to be a battle in that courtroom over $25,000. And you know what? Good for Cardi B for going to court and saying that she did not do that. I don't know if she did it or not. Some of the things the security guard described sounded a lot like Cardi B, but there are so many people who try to take advantage of celebrities and try to get easy payouts. And, you know, Tasha K had her situation with Cardi B. So I like when I see a celebrity fight back. But what do you guys think of this court hearing? I think it's so ridiculous. I wanted to hear what you all think. And let me know if you've been seeing the clips go viral. If you guys want me to do an update on what happens at the end, let me know. Maybe we'll do it in the Let's Get Into It podcast, which if you have not seen that episode, we had a new one drop out today. So go and check that out. I'll pin it below and I'll see you guys in a new video soon. Bye.